We are going to be starting a new chapter book called Poppleton by Cynthia Rylant, who is also the author of the Henry and Mudge series. So remember, when we start a new book, what we want to do is take our sneak peek. So here we see Poppleton waving at someone. I'm going to check the back. Back's not really telling me anything about the story, but I do see Poppleton. Looks like he's maybe eating some kind of food with a llama. So let's look, see if there's a table of contents. Oh, and I'm noticing it does say Poppleton Book 1. So this is the first book in her series. So we should learn some information about the characters. And here we have our table of contents. Neighbors, the library, the pill. So we are going to read chapter 1, The Neighbors, today. So here I see Poppleton. Looks like he's running through the park. Now he has a bunch of stuff in his hands and he's going to a house. So I wonder what that means. Here I see Poppleton laying down. Okay, Poppleton is out in his yard. Looks like he's planting a garden. Looks like somebody's bringing him some flowers. Remember, the chapter title is called Neighbors. So I'm wondering if maybe Poppleton and this llama maybe are neighbors. Yeah, it looks like she's leaning out the window. Looks like they're having food together. Look at that look on Poppleton's face. I wonder what he's feeling and thinking there. Oh my. It's like Poppleton is spraying the llama with his hose. I wonder why he would do that. Now he's spraying himself with the hose. So as we read through The Neighbors, I want you to think about what's going on in this story. Are Poppleton and the llama neighbors? Why would he spray water from his hose on his neighbor? So as we read through, think about those questions, make a prediction of what you think is going to happen, and then check your predictions as we read. Also pay attention to Poppleton. He's our new character in our story, and we'll see if we can figure out some things about Poppleton. All right, so chapter 1, Neighbors. Poppleton used to be a city pig. He did city things. He took taxis, he jogged in the park, he went to museums. Then one day, Poppleton got tired of city life. He moved to a small house in a small town. Poppleton's small house was charming. It had a little sunroom where Poppleton took naps. It had lots and lots of shelves where Poppleton kept things. It had a little garden where Poppleton planted corn. And it had Cherry Sue. Cherry Sue was Poppleton's new neighbor. So if you were thinking the llama was going to be Poppleton's neighbor, you were right. And her name is Cherry Sue. Cherry Sue was very friendly. In the morning she called out, "Yoo-hoo, Poppleton, would you like some oatmeal?" So Poppleton had oatmeal with Cherry Sue. In the afternoon she called out, "Yoo-hoo, Poppleton, would you like toasted cheese?" So Poppleton had toasted cheese with Cherry Sue. At night she called out, "Yoo-hoo, Poppleton, would you like spaghetti?" So Poppleton had spaghetti with Cherry Sue. This went on day after day. At first, it was fun, but not for long. Some mornings, Poppleton did not want oatmeal. He wanted to sleep. So it looks like maybe Poppleton is getting a little annoyed with Cherry Sue. I can tell by the look on his face. The words are saying sometimes he wanted to sleep. He didn't want oatmeal. So I'm wondering if that's why he turns the hose on Cherry Sue, because he's getting annoyed by her. Some afternoons, Poppleton did not want toasted cheese. He wanted TV. Some nights, Poppleton did not want spaghetti. He wanted to practice playing his harmonica. But Cherry Sue kept calling out, "Yoo-hoo, Poppleton!" Then, one day he was watering his lawn. Poppleton couldn't take it anymore when Cherry Sue stuck her head out the window and yelled, "Yoo-hoo!" Poppleton soaked her with the hose. "Poppleton!" cried Cherry Sue, dripping. So what do you think Cherry Sue thinks about Poppleton right now? Wasn't a very nice thing for Poppleton to do. Poppleton felt awful. He ran to get a towel for Cherry Sue. "I'm sorry, Cherry Sue," said Poppleton. "I just get so sick of toasted cheese and spaghetti and oatmeal. Sometimes I just like to be alone." "You too?" said Cherry Sue. "I kept inviting you over because I didn't know how to stop inviting you over. I thought it might hurt your feelings." Then Poppleton soaked himself with the hose. They laughed and laughed. Poppleton and Cherry Sue were best friends from then on. Okay, so think about the prediction you made. Were you predicting that the llama would be Poppleton's new neighbor? Were you predicting what would happen with the hose? Were you right? Were you wrong? Remember, a prediction is just a guess, so if you're not right, that's okay. And think about, what did we learn about Cherry Sue? I think she's a pretty nice person. What did we learn about Poppleton? Oh, we learned Poppleton sometimes can get annoyed and kind of has a little bit of a temper, but then he feels bad about what he does after. Right, so as we go through the book, we'll see what else we can learn about Poppleton. Tune in tomorrow for the next chapter of Poppleton.